What is up, YouTube M40? We're going to be smashing through 4 more deck lists. I have like 40 of these things sitting through. We're still dealing with the backlog from last week for decks, so deal with me a little bit here as we kind of catch up through this. So Dustin James Richardson topped a regional with Stun, and this is the first time that, well, I think I've seen Stun do something. Now, this deck is taking advantage of Greymanja Diaza. So, one thing that Stun has kind of missed over the years is a stun finisher type thing. And basically, with this style of deck, you can actually close the game out with Greymanja Diaza while stunning the opponent. So let's kind of dig into his list here, see what's going on. So we have 2 copies of Eater of Millions, 2 copies of Fossil Dino. Imagine a perfect world where you open up Fossil Dino and then start setting up for Greymanja, turn 2 OTK, or turn 3 OTK your opponent after going first. It's pretty cool, right? Then we have triple copies of Greymanja Diaza, 2 copies of Inspector Border, 1 copy of Jowgen, discard 1 random card from your hand, destroy all special summon monsters on the field, and then continuously neither player can special summon. So, I mean, for a discard 3, I can wipe an entire board of Orcust. That seems kind of worth. 2 copies of Thunder King Ryle, 1 Moonmere Shield, 2 copies of Pot of Desires, triple Duality, and triple copies of Pot of Extravagance for the turbo draw power, 1 copy of Scapegoats for potential link summoning, triple copies of Super Polymerization. A lot of players need to understand at the moment that being a stun deck definitely means that you're able to disrupt things. And you have to understand that Super Poly can be a 2-for-2, rip an entire board apart, and you just get to set up game. Like, this card is crazy good. 1 Swords Revealing Light. Wow. If this actually resolves and your opponent can't answer it, it's pretty good. Then we have 2 Crackdown, triple Evenly Matched, 2 Floodgate Trample, 1 Mirror Force, triple Solemn Judgment, triple Solemn Strike, and 1 Warning. So that looks like something from the past. We have 1 Ningrisu, 2 copies of Link Kribo, 2 Link Spider, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus, 1 Boral Sword, 2 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, 2 Mud Dragon, and 2 copies of Diplex or Chimera. In the side deck, we have 2 Banisher of the Radiance, 2 Nibiru, 1 copy of the Dark Hole, 2 Dark Ruler No More, 1 Raigeki Triple Twin Twister, 1 Impure Order, 1 Macrocosmo, 1 Summon Limit, and 1 copy of There Can Only Be One, wrapping up this list. In terms of viability and control, I really personally like this. I think being able to set yourself up into a good situation and control the board is very optimal for a lot of situations. So, I mean, don't be shocked if you run into something like this at a regional going forward when more players are trying out these crazy, weird concepts. Now, the next list we have appears to be another Orcust list. I believe that this is Matthew Navarra's first place Brooklyn regional list, and we have a good chunk of lists coming out of Brooklyn. Actually, everything else from this is going to be deck list from the Brooklyn regional. So kudos to everybody in New York coming out of last weekend. To those of you that got the chance to participate in the new format, kind of get your feet wet with Orcust. It's cool to see that evolution is taking place. Now, one thing I do want to point out about this deck, Nibiru kind of being an annoyance in the format is you can easily check it with main decking Corruptor Iblis. You give it to your opponent can't Nibiru you because, you know, they can't special summon. So you have to understand consistency, adding other things into the fire. Yeah, this is really cute. So this is more love to Orcust. So we have 1 Armageddon Knight, triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 2 Danger Nessie, 1 Jackalope, 1 Tsuchinoko, 1 Dark Gruffer, triple Effect Veiler, 1 copy of Gizmek. This card just being an extender is bonkers. Triple Corruptor Iblis, 1 Simple Skeleton, triple Harpour, triple copies of the Orcust Nightmare, 1 World Wando, triple Called by the Grave, 1 Foolish Barrel, triple Instant Fusion, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Babel, 1 Rhoda, 1 Horned Drones, and 2 copies of Engage. Actually kind of surprised not to see 3 Engage in this deck. We have 2 Crescendo and 2 Dynamiscus. For a lot of players that have been wondering why Dynamiscus has been going up in value, it's because of situations like this. Being able to target a face-up monster on the field, discard a card, and if you do banish it, this outs a lot of the core problems that we're having in the format right now. Seeing those monsters that you can't really out in standardized means, right here, Dynamiscus gives you that ability. And it's a recurable trap card off of the activation of one of your other traps, Crescendo. So recursion, more bodies on the field. That's why this is doing better than Karma Cut. Also, it's any card, by the way. Extra deck, we have 1 Bomber Dragon, 1 Kagari, 1 Longrisu, 1 Phoenix, 2 Mermaid, 1 Cerberus, 2 Ripple Galtea, 1 Boral Sword, 2 Ding Ding, 1 Thousand Eyes, and 1 El Shaddai Winda. Then side deck, we have 2 Pankratops, triple Nibiru, 1 Trizbania, triple copies of Mind Control, triple Twin Twister, triple copies of EEV, wrapping up this list. Shout out to EEV, just being a massive powerhouse here. Alright, now on the flip side of the equation here, you just saw a different variation to Orcust. Well, we have more ways to do this. You know, we've been seeing the Vishudu combo, which is literally start off with Vishudu, go into Monk, get spot removal off of our friend here, like, hello? Like, this combo is very standardized, depending on the variant of the deck that you actually want to play. So do give this some consideration. Like I said, you have multiple ways to play Orcust right now in the pure form. So just, you kind of pick your poison with this. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, triple copies of Effect Veiler, triple copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit Coon, 1 Gizmeku, thank God this card is an extender. Like, this is so good. We have 1 copy of Jet Synchron, another extender. Drop it off of our friend here. Haha. We have triple copies of Corruptor Ibly. Once again, Nibiru can't, destroy your day if, they can't bring it out. We have 1 Symbol and 2 copies of Harpor, along with 2 copies of Orcust Nightmare, triple Scrap Recycler, triple copies of Vishudu, and the 1 copy of the World Wando. Spells, we have triple Call by the Grave, 1 Foolish Barrel, 2 Instant Fusion, 1 Babble, 1 Eagle Booster, 1 Hornet Drones, triple Engage, 2 Twin Twister, and 2 copies of Crescendo. Down here in the beautiful extra deck, we have 1 Kagari, 1 Monk of the Tinny, 1 Longrisu, 1 Phoenix, 1 Mermaid, 1 Cerberus, triple copies of Galtea once again. We have 1 copy of Boral Sword, 2 Dingrisu, 1 Borrowed Savage, 1 Thousand Eyes, and the 1 copy of the Winda. And then the side deck here with triple Phantasmi, 2 Nibiru, 1 Dragon, triple Mind Control, triple Shaddai Fusion. By the way, being able to side in to the Shaddai engine and get full disruption on your opponent is really cool. And we have triple copies of Red Reboot, wrapping up this list. As you can see, the validity of the Orcust combo in the current format is crazy. I mean, there's not much else to really say about this. Variance and getting the ability to play multiple engines, multiple ways to achieve combo, is absolutely stunning. And then the last list I actually have for everybody here is a true Draco deck coming out of the event as well. Now, something interesting about this. We're playing Strike of the Monarchs. So you contribute 1 face-up level 5 or higher normal, summoned, or set monster. And then target 1 face-up card on the field. Negate its effects, and then draw 1 card. The effect remains negated until the end of this turn. And then during your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card and then declare 1 attribute. All face-up monsters on the field currently become that attribute until the end of the turn. We don't really care too much about that. I guess it can do things, but basically what we care about here is we get to tribute off something, and we get to negate a detrimental effect to us. That's one of the cool things about True Draco as a whole, is we get to abuse Strike of the Monarchs. So, we have 1 copy of Dynamite, triple copies of the Ignis Heat, triple copies of Majesty Maiden, the True Draco caster, triple Called by the Grave, triple copies of Carta Demise, gotta love that draw power, triple Disciples of the Draco Phoenix, triple Dragonic Diagram, 2 copies of Desires, 2 Pot of Duality, triple copy of Strike of the Monarchs, 1 Terraforming, and triple copies of True Draco Heritage. We have 1 Skill Drain, triple The Monarchs Erupt, triple copies of There Can Only Be One, triple True Draco Apocalypse, and 1 copy of the True King's Return. No extra deck, of course, because of this good card. Then we have triple copies of Nibiru, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More. We have triple copies of Herald of the Abyss, so you can pay 15 life points and declare 1 monster type and attribute. Your opponent must send 1 face-up monster of the declared type and attribute from their field to the graveyard, if possible. And for the rest of this turn, your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters of the same, or of the sent monster's name. And you can only activate 1 Herald of the Abyss per turn. We have triple copies of Evenly Matched and triple copies of Solemn Judgment, wrapping up this list. Out of all of these, I'm most excited to see that Stun did relatively well at events. Like, True Draco is always up there. Orcust is continuing to evolve. Like, it's kind of the same stuff, different day. It really depends. So, guys, what do you think about this chunk of regional deck lists. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace on out, guys. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.